Welcome back to another video, everybody. I know it's been a little over a month since I posted anything, uploaded any videos. I would say I've been a little bit busy, but I really haven't. Just been lazy. Today I'm going to be working on my black Chevy. I'm finally going to get to replacing the radiator. I got a new one here. I've had it for a couple of weeks already. The radiator. And also the oil cooler lines. I've got them both right here. So yeah, today I'm going to be replacing those. The radiator's been, it kind of bulged on one side and cracked, so I've been running it like that. I work here in town, so it's not really a big deal. And the oil cooler lines, I thought they were transmission lines, but they are the oil cooler lines that come from the oil filter, and they go to the radiator. I wanted to update y'all a little bit on the red pickup, my project Big Red or Clifford. Still unsure what name I'm going to go with for this project, but I have already pulled the motor. It's sitting right here on the ground. I was going to film the process, but I mean it was kind of difficult as far as just time wise. I've got other projects here that I'm doing here at the house. The weather, it's been windy, just different things, but I finally was able to get it out. So, well, here it is, the old 350. Finally got it out the other day. It's dirty, but it does turn. It turns at the crank. I'll probably end up rebuilding this for one of my older pickups that I've got. But yeah, the transmission's still sitting in there. It's not bolted in. I've got a tie down strap kind of just holding it in right now. But here pretty soon I'm gonna be pulling it out so I can identify it and see which, I guess, I've never rebuilt a 4L80 before. I've done a 4L60, but I still haven't bought the kit, so I need to go ahead and get it ordered up, get that fixed, get it rebuilt, and then I can start pulling the motor out of the Yukon. I've been starting it here and there. Every other day I let it run. A few, maybe like 15 minutes I'll run it. But yeah, so as soon as I get the transmission in the red pickup, I'll be pulling the motor out of the Yukon, replacing the oil pan gasket, valve cover gaskets, and any little item that I need to replace on it before I stab it in the red pickup. So I don't know, hopefully in the next couple months it's a long stretch, but that's my plan, to get it in the next couple of months. I've had this truck already a few months just sitting here in my yard, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to get it on the road, get to using it. So, but let's get to my black pickup and get started. I need to drain the radiator right now. Drain it, and then I'll start unbolting everything. All these covers, removing the hoses, and yeah. So I'll get right back to you. highly recommend line wrenches for whenever you're taking transmission lines off. I've got a set of these I've had for a few years now, and they come in real handy versus a standard wrench, mainly because it won't tear up the ends. Just pulled out the radiator. I think I need to clean this up a little bit, maybe with some brake clean. The hoses, I gotta raise the truck up a little bit. It's a little bit too low for me, and I'll get those removed. Here's the radiator. Right in here was the cracks. They were like hairline cracks, just all along these edges here. But I've never replaced this radiator, so who knows what else issues it may have had. But yeah, it's time to get a new one in finally. All right, so it is a little bit later, probably about an hour and a half later. I finally got them lines off. It took a little bit. I ended up just taking them out by the threads. Let me show you. So these are the crusty old lines, top and bottom. It's real filthy under there. I couldn't really film it, so, but like I said, these were the ones connected to the that oil housing for the oil filter. So I just took them out by the threads. Right here there's clips. I'll show you on the new ones. So on the new piece, they provide you a new plastic clip, and it just slides right into that housing. Not sure if I'm gonna get it done today. I'm gonna compare the lines, make sure they're both the right sizes, and if I don't complete it today, then I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. I am gonna try to go ahead and finish it up, although I only got maybe half hour to 40 minutes of daylight left, so we'll see how far I get. All right, so I'm gonna call it a day, an evening. I went ahead and put the radiator in, sat it in there. I put the transmission lines as well. I'm gonna tighten them up here in a minute. But I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and buy me a lower radiator hose, since I've already replaced the top one. I'm gonna get a lower radiator hose, and yeah, tomorrow I'll pick it up and try to finish this out. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, but I gotta get this done. This is my daily for now, so I gotta get it going. Gotta get all these leaks fixed, and well, I guess that's the OBS life. Like everybody says, anybody who owns one of these trucks, especially a 90 or even an 88, 89, you know what it is, what it's like to have to replace a lot of the worn out parts. But it's all worth it, keeping these trucks on the road. So I'll catch back up with y'all tomorrow, and we'll get this finished up. All right, everybody. It is the next day. Well, not the next day, the following day after. I got a little busy yesterday. Right now it's cloudy. It's about 50 degrees out. It's pretty cold. I do have the radiator hose, and I pulled out one of the transmission lines. Just kind of wanted to show you what it was that I had bought. I've got 2 of these, and then I went ahead and bought these yesterday. It's a Dorman product. I bought 2 of them. They're the same. They come with a little plastic insert already, so it's ready to go, ready to pop on. So if I can get a shot of it, I'll show you. Like I said, if I can get a shot. It's kind of, truck's kind of low. I raised it up with the jack, but yeah, I'll try to get a shot of that whenever I install it. It's not going to be very hard. So like I said, I went ahead and got radiator hose, a lower. The radiator's already in the truck right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put together and start installing them. Well, I forgot to hit record, but I already popped this in there. It didn't take much, just a little bit of press, and they pop in and they lock in with this plastic piece. They do turn, so you can install it on the truck and turn it without the line turning. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one. I don't know if I had shown that close enough to show you the part number. If you're looking to do this, it's a Dorman product 800-701 oil cooler fitting. So if you're looking to do this, I believe this works. These particular fittings, let me find this other one. There it is. This particular fitting, I want to say fits the early models before the Vortec style engine, because it's got these plastic clips on the inside, and these fittings differ from the Vortec style. Let me see if I've got it on this other engine. It's kind of like a transmission line on the Vortec, the way it connects. So let's see. I can't really get all that close, but if you look right here, these are like transmission lines. You slide these back, and there's a ring in there that you can pull out with like a pick. And so yeah, and these fittings are different. So I don't think, yeah, well, they may be removable right here, but like I said, they are different. If you're looking to do one, if you're looking to do transmission lines on a 96 and up, 96 is when they came out with the Vortec. So 88 to 95, don't quote me on it, but I believe they're gonna be this style fitting with the plastic piece. Part number 800-701. Come on, focus. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this other fitting installed on the other line and start putting them on. All right, for sure. Well, I made a mistake, I'll admit that. Putting these fittings, I had already assembled this. I had put it together, slipped it on, tried to put the whole line, tried to thread it on there, but oh man, I had the hardest time. So what I did was go ahead and take this off, leave that plastic clip on the line, thread this in, and then they'll snap in there easily. So let me show you right quick how I thread this in. Okay, so I already have that first one threaded in. So the next one will go right above it. Let's see. Right there. So I'll finish this out, and the lower line is right here, and this is the upper line, so they'll be able to snap in pretty easy. I tried it just now, so it's not too difficult. Alrighty, so I'm gonna try to stick this other line in. I was able to get that lower hose in. I'll try to get this one on camera. It's a little more difficult. There it is. Alright, so I've got both hoses in. They click right in. These are both threaded there. I used the socket, a 1-inch socket. So this is what I used. A 1/2-inch drive ratchet with the 1-inch deep socket, and that's how I was able to screw those fittings in. As far as they popped right in, so now I'm just going to connect them to the radiator. I'm cleaning this up right quick. This is the retainer that keeps your lines together. It goes right there on the side of the block. So don't forget this. This will keep your hoses from catching that lower pulley down here, the main pulley. So be sure to put this back in. All right, so I wanted to show you where that was located. This little bracket that I put right here, it holds your lines. And what I was talking about is you don't want it to end up hitting your flywheel, or I mean not your flywheel, your I can't think of it, but anyhow, you don't want this line touching right here. So remember to put this in. There's a little nut. I'm going to tighten it up right quick and cinch it down. Alright, so here's the new hose. I went ahead and pulled off the old one. I don't really have any way to, I've got it sitting on the battery, the camera, but there's no other spot over here for me to set a camera, so I just went ahead and pulled this off. It's from right down here. I've already replaced the upper. In a previous video I had to replace that, so now I'm going to do the lower. Go ahead and do that. There's quite a few parts that I need to go ahead and replace. It won't be in this video, but such as the belt and maybe some of the other parts under here, sensors. And may not need it right now, but it's a good, it'd be good to replace anyhow. All right, it's currently a few days later. The lower hose that I had bought did not work out, and I went through about 2 hoses that were supposed to be lower hoses, and I ended up buying they've got 2 upper hoses available. So that's actually what I ended up going with, because these threads right here, let's see if basically the threads for the upper and supposed lower hose, these are actually both labeled as upper hoses, but they both fit in the radiator, whereas I still have this one. This is supposed to be a lower hose, but if you can see, this one has like a line right here, and this upper hose here, it doesn't have any sort of line, and that's kind of what I call an identifying mark, because these actually have different thread what do you call that? Thread pitch, I guess. It's slightly different than this one. Nothing against O'Reilly Auto Parts, because this is where I got my hoses. It's just I'm thinking these fit. Well, I really don't know what other model they fit, but anyhow, I finally got the hoses. It's already been about a week. It's been about a week since I first started working on the truck last Monday. It's now Sunday. But yeah, I'm gonna try to button this up today so I can get back to driving it to work. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and I've got this hose laying right here. It's screwed in, but I have to remove this other hose. I've got it clamped down right here, and I've got to remove it from the plug back there by the oil filter. So I'm gonna do that right now. Alright, so I got everything almost buttoned up. Fan shroud, lower and upper, the radiator hose, the line's tightened up. I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Try to get some of this air out of the line. Alrighty. Now, probably to be expected, I'm gonna have to possibly add some transmission fluid and maybe some oil. I didn't lose very much oil, but I lost more transmission fluid than anything. Just gotta check for leaks now. Alright, it looks like I'm finally at the finish line. I didn't find any leaks. Truck's running pretty good. It's still, I'm waiting for it to reach temperature, and then I'll see it. I'll probably take it for a test run. But it's looking good overall. Find the extra antifreeze I spilled. So there's a few other things. Well, cosmetic wise, those fan shrouds, they needed to be replaced. They're kind of dried out and cracked. But in due time, I'll replace these things. I do need a serpentine belt, I believe it's called that EGR valve. There's a few things. It needs to be cleaned up under the hood for sure. But yeah, it seemed to take forever to put this video together. This will be the end of it. So in an upcoming video, I'm going to be pulling down the transmission to my red truck. It's been sitting here for a while. I had posted pictures and stuff on Instagram about the pulling the motor out. But yeah, the transmission, it's just up in there with a tie down strap. That's what I've got it held in place with. I need to drop it down, pull it out, and go ahead and get the kit ordered for the rebuild. I'm looking forward to that because I've only done one transmission before, and I've got the confidence to do it, so I know I can. I just need a spot to do it, so that's the other thing. I just need to give me a work area to do the transmission rebuild, and then I'll get started on that rebuild. So I hope this helped you out today, this video. It took me a week. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it took me a week to get the right parts, get them in. I fixed the leaks, which is great. It's something I've been wanting to do on my black truck, and I can finally get back to driving it to work, keep it on the road. There's a few other things that I do need, such as the windshield wiper motor, odds and ends here and there I need to take care of little by little. There's a few meets that are coming up that I wanted to go to, so I need to get this truck in top shape. That way I won't have any problems on the way, on the road. So like I say, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to see more content on OBS trucks, and I'll catch you on the next one.